So something super important when you're starting to classic ski is you are going to have hills. I think most of us think that Nordic skiing happens on flats in fields and whatnot, but it is undulating terrain. There's ups, there's downs, there's flats. And although our skis don't have metal edges on them, we still have to figure out a way to go down a hill and to stop or to temper our speed when we're going down a hill. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. We have this beautiful, nice, long hill, which is very typical of something that you'll see not only here at Nansen, but at any other ski area. So when you see something like that, don't be nervous, be strong, be confident. So when we're handling a hill like that, you're gonna kind of want to temper your speed. You have kind of three choices about what you can do. If I'm on unfamiliar terrain or I'm a little nervous about what I'm gonna do, I step out onto the corduroy section. So I was in the track before, I saw a hill like that, and I'm like, ooh, I'm not quite so sure how I want to tackle that. So I'll probably hop out into the corduroy section. And the main thing, and it looks very, very odd and it looks very, very awkward, but you're going to have to get the idea, even though you don't have metal edges, you're going to have to get in on the inside of your skis and enforce your knees in such a way that they are as effective as having metal edges. So it looks a little bit like this. We're going to be going from having spaghetti skis to pizza wedge, and you're going to literally roll your skis on the inside. And I can even see the sidewall of my skis. That's how rolled in I am. So flexible ankles here, folks. So flexible ankles, and pretend that your knees are coming together. The closer your knees to come together and the lower they go, the more that break. Pretend this is a brake on a train. The lower that brake happens, the more you're going to slow down. So if you're up here, you're going to be going a little bit faster. If you're down here, we call this the power wedge. You're going to get down through that hill no problem, very safely, very effectively. So let's do it. This is what it looks like. Sean's going to go down to the bottom of the hill a little bit later, but this is what it looks like. So I see the trail. I'm like, oh, I'm not quite sure if I can handle this. You can see that I'm going to roll in. Well, maybe I need to get a little bit more speed. I'm going to roll in on the inside edges. I can actually see that sidewall. My butt is sticking out because I want the power here to be transferred all the way down my leg to the ski itself. Nice even weight distribution. And I'm really kind of pushing out the back of my skis so that I can keep that pizza formation. And I'll show you a little bit later on what to do with poles. And then if I want to stop, I just bring my knees together as much as I can. That's it. All right, so we're going to do that one more time. So I got my poles back. Always have your poles back. Some people tuck them up underneath. I think it's more important just to have them down by your side. The last thing you want to do is start going like that when you speed up, because you know what? If you fall forward, you're going to jab yourself in the kidney, sorry, in the rib, and that's not going to be great. So let's just, again, get your poles out of the way, hammer down. It's as easy as this. I'm going a little too slow. Again, kick the tails out as much as you can. Even weight distribution, butt back, and just feel confident. You got this. Head up always. And you are like a tiger and you can get it. So now we know how to go down a hill. Now we're going to talk about downhill with a turn. So the important things, so if you're going downhill and it's a straightaway, great. You're going to be visualizing where you want to end up. That's the key. Always visualize where it is that you eventually want to end up. Not looking at your skis, not looking at the side, not looking at what features are that you want to avoid. You want to be looking always at where it is that you eventually want to end up. So when we're talking about downhill with a turn, that is the most important thing. Visualizing where you want to end up. And if you can't see where you want to end up, visualize it, like kind of doing like a 3-point visualization. So visualize, visualize, visualize until you make it all the way around the corner. As I talked about in the previous video, most important thing, never have your poles out here trying to slow yourself down, trying to stop. Poles are always back. And again, no different on the downhill. You're still going to be rolling in, using your knees together kind of as the brake on the train. And again, pretend a visualization that I heard one of my trainers say that always helped me is pretend that your poles are headlights on a car. You always want them facing forward. And then what she would say is you are a car coming down a hill and you're going to be making the turn. Don't even think about where your weight shift is going to happen. There is a weight shift and it does happen. But if you think about that weight shift too much, you're going to be doing the opposite of what it is that you actually end up needing to be doing. So she always said, visualize that you're going down the hill and that you're a car and that you're going to be turning your steering wheel, the steering wheel of the big truck, in the direction of where it is that you want to be going. So what does that mean? That means that your weight is going to be moving to the inside ski and lightening up on the outside ski. But just again, pretend you're a big truck and you have a big steering wheel. My biathlon coach actually had a different way of approaching it, and he would say pretend that you're opening a door. So either one of those, you're going to probably come up with your own visualization, but either one of those will eventually get you the end result that you want, which is a beautiful, fluid, well-controlled downhill with a beautiful turn at the end. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, so we got a little bit of speed going. Poles back. I'm going to get into that athletic stance. I am going to see that I have a turn coming up. Poles forward. And then here we go. We're going to pretend that we're the big truck making a turn. I'm visualizing over there. And I'm just going to turn my shoulders in that direction. In case you didn't get enough of that. Again, visualizing the point where I want to end up. Getting my knees together, and then we got the big truck, or we're opening up the door and we're going through the door.